Well, hello and welcome once again. We're back for a Group 3 race at the Nurburgring. This particular event held on the 24th of May this year. Group 3 cars round the ring. Just waiting for this to load. Taking rather a long time. Maybe I need to declutter the old PS4 a bit. Well, there we go, we're on the grid. And it's of course Lofty Magic in the AMG on for pole with George Turner and the Mazda Atenza in second, Morera third, Burgess fourth. And we're ready to take the lights now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and away. Lofty getting away well, Turner falling back, and he's dropping miles back. That Mazda Atenza very slow off the line compared with other cars. They all head into turn one, and it's all getting very close. And George Turner's dropped right back. But what's happening further up the order? There's a bit of a tap there. Jack Holloway goes through, but there's another tap. Oh, and there's all sorts going off here. Fernando's been punted right off. Oh, Turner now drops to the back. He's in last place. But now, just heading past Alex Burgess. Let's see that again. It all kicks off in the middle here as we head into turn 3. And they just all concertina up behind Guzzlebucket. And everyone goes all over the place. Well, it's an absolute disaster of a start for most of the drivers. But not, of course, for Lofty. He's miles in the lead. And then it's Guzzlebucket, an impressive second. John O'Glavin behind. Then Delamere in fourth. Fantastic fourth on the first lap. Jay Haviland fifth. Holloway sixth. Charlton seventh. Dean Holloway eighth. Fernando Morera ninth. Then it's Turner. Then it's Burgess. Only 11 runners in this one. Where's the battle hotting up? It's for fourth and fifth. It's Delamere versus Nevins. What a fantastic looking Lamborghini we have there. And it's Jack and Dean Holloway together in the two AMGs. Dean going for a move here? No. He's got George Turner to deal with, recovering in the Atenza. Oh, and they've touched and he's off. Everyone heads down. That's Glavin in second. Guzzlebucket third. Delamere fourth. Nevins. Charlton. Holloway again, and George Turner now in eighth, but making the move. The Mazda Atenza, fantastic on those brakes. Up into seventh. And through past Nevins as well. We've changed camera view. We're now on board the Mazda Atenza. Heading towards Charlton in fifth. Burgess and Moreira having quite a ding-dong over 9th. Moreira goes for the inside. Burgess got him covered. Oh, he's run him out wide. He's now on board with Turner, bearing down on Charlton. There's no move on at this chicane. Mazda not great off the corners, but certainly good on the brakes, and we can expect a move now. 1 and 2. Oh, they touch. Bit of a slide on. Delamere keeps the position. Turner really battling back through the pack in the Mazda. Charlton now being overtaken by Holloway behind. Looks like now the Mazda is alongside the Lamborghini. And George Turner goes up to 4th, and Holloway's there as well to take another position. And he has. He's up to 5th. This is some side-by-side stuff. There's cones flying everywhere. And Simon comes back up the inside. This is a brilliant scrap here for 5th, 6th and 7th. Charlton there just keeping an eye on these two. And they touch again. This is great stuff. Charlton just waiting to pounce if these two make a mistake, but it looks like now Holloway is comfortably ahead of Delamere. He's got no answer for that AMG. Now he's coming under pressure from Charlton. Back to the lead, it's Lofty. Quite a sizable lead from Jonathan Glavin. And then Guzzlebucket, who's still maintaining a brilliant 3rd position, but he's got Turner bearing down on him in the Mazda. Oh, and Charlton slides wide. He's going to give Holloway a place there. Holloway, he must have overtaken him. Can he hold on in that blue Ferrari? Sorry, it's Nevin. It's Nevin down in 7th. What's happened to Jack Holloway? He's dropped to 9th. Well, we didn't see what happened, but he's really dropped down the order. He must have had an off. Now it's Haberland and Burgess fighting there, fighting over 7th. They're joining this battle that is raging on between Charlton and Delamere, and this is now 4 cars very close together on circuit. Oh, someone's gone flying off. It's Burgess. Oh, what happened there? He's come down. He's just run along the curb and bam, into the wall. And it's now, this is the battle for 3rd position. It looks like George Turner's got through on Dan Fuel to take 3rd place. Halfway through this race, 4 out of 8 laps completed. He now hunts down Jonathan Glavin in 2nd. And still Delamere holding on to 5th. Charlton behind him. Jay Haberland for company. Jack Holloway recovering from what we presume was an off. And that's a nudge from Charlton. They both cut across the chicane. They'll get a penalty for that for sure. That's given Jack Holloway a good run in the Mercedes AMG. Around the final corner to start what will be lap 5 of 8. And that's Jack past Alistair. And it looks like Moreira's getting involved as well back there. There's a whole line of cars now heading towards turn 1. Oh, Nevins! Oh, he's flown through. I don't know where he's ended up. He's ended up all over. Well, he's dropped all the way back down to 10th. What happened there? Well, he's just coming down. Oh, he was late on the brakes right the way through. Oh, and he got put back. Well, that's one unfortunate place to get left, isn't it? Whole chunk of time lost there. Meanwhile, it's still Delamere holding on to this 5th place. An impressive run. He's got Holloway back behind him, alongside him, and through. No. Yes. Yes. He is through. Jack Holloway takes back 50, but he runs wide. He runs wide. Oh, he spun off again. Well, this is quite a race. Oh, I don't know who's going to come 5th here. And Delamere looks like he's run wide now, and that's put Fernando. Fernando's going up the inside. Delamere's run wide. He's gone off now, and it's the 2 Ferraris, Charlton and Moreira. And would you believe it? Moreira takes 5th position. Well, this is one of the best races we've seen. Absolutely anything could happen here. What's happening further up? Guzzle Bucket. George Turner now. Trying to catch up with Glavin. Lofty already starting lap 6. Dean Holloway is just at the back, but not too far off Haberland. Delamere after his off. Holloway after an off, and Burgess up to 7th now, recovering from a few offs in this race, notably the first lap and then a few laps later. Moreira now 5th. He's not quite shaken. Charlton in the other Ferrari. Brilliant 4th position for Dan Fuel. What I would probably go and say is his highest finish in a Sunday Grand Prix event. Turner in 3rd. Quite a hefty penalty though. 1.2 seconds, that's not going to help. And that penalty's not diminishing. But he is catching Glavin. Turner driving a car with a livery inspired by Jimmy Johnson of NASCAR. And, well, Moreira and Charlton are still all over each other like a rash. These 2 Ferraris, very evenly matched. And what a great dice they're having for 5th. This 5th position we just absolutely cannot decide today. Then it's the 2 AMGs, Burgess and Holloway. And it looks like Jack's trying to find a way through. But he's on the outside for the chicane. Listen to the growl of those AMGs. They seem to be catching up with Charlton now, who's just dropped back off of Moreira. I don't know if he's had a little problem somewhere. But Burgess has got a run on him now, and we're on board with Alex in the AMG. He's pulled out. Hard on the brakes for turn 1. He hasn't made it work. And he's got Holloway behind him. You can see him in the mirror. And that's the gap now, second to third. But Glavin does have a 0.1 second penalty, Turner 1.2, and that's not going to help him. Guzzle Bucket still hanging on to fourth, and comfortably so. Moreira's not hugely close to the back of fuel. Then it's still Charlton, Burgess and Holloway, these three still glued together. Holloway didn't get through the chicane all that cleanly, he's lost time. That's now leaving Burgess to have another run up at the Ferrari down the main straight. They're about to start the final lap of the race. Oh, and he's given him a nudge. And nothing's come of it. Meanwhile then, this is the battle for second. It's Turner and Glavin. The final lap of the race. Meanwhile, a long way up the road, it's Lofty now rounding the last turn to win once again a Sunday Grand Prix event. Well done to him, but this is where it's all happening now, and this is the battle for second position. And it's Glavin, he's got George Turner all over him. Coming up to the last corner now, Glavin goes defensive, but he runs wide, and it's Turner up the inside. He's got the position, but the penalty will put him back to third. And a great finish for Guzzle Bucket. Fourth position, well done. Moreira takes fifth. It will be Charlton sixth, Burgess seventh, Holloway eighth, Haviland 9th and Delamere 10th. And bringing up the rear, Featherboy